Guru Charana Kamalebhyo Namaha. Sri Sukadev Goswami says, O King Parikshit, when Viśvarūpa was killed by Lord Indra, the king of heaven, and Viśvarūpa's father Tvaṣṭā found out about the death of his son by King Indra, he became very upset and angry. Viśvarūpa's father was Tvaṣṭā, and he was a Brahmin. He understood that in every step there are miseries and difficulties in this world for everyone. Doesn't matter who. Starting from childhood to old age, everybody experiences some sort of difficulty every day. Mental tensions, physical, mental problems. Whatever little amount of happiness is experienced, that is also not lasting happiness. Whatever amount of happiness one feels is either through the tongue, the taste, or through genitals for enjoying, copulation. And these two kinds of happinesses increase the attachment, material attachment to sense objects, makes one drown in the quicksand of household life, and thus commits many kinds of sins and reaches hell for suffering. That's why material world don't have lasting peace or happiness in this world. Not possible. After enjoying the material happiness for some time, from sense objects, that object, pleasure from that object in due course of time, enjoying, becomes tasteless. Don't give pleasure anymore. But the desire to enjoy in the heart, the crave to enjoy material sense gratification increases. The result of which is not happiness, but unhappiness. That's why people take vacations. They go away from their job, their house, they take picnic. They take vacations, go on mountains or something like that. Whatever material thing we think will give pleasure, it don't give pleasure. In due course gives anxiety and frustration. When person becomes old, senses don't work as they were working because they become powerless. When they become powerless, they cannot enjoy anymore. They become laxed, you call it. But desire for enjoying material things, material life, increases. He wants to eat more tasty food, but he cannot digest. He wants to enjoy girls, he cannot enjoy. He wants to see many nice things, but his body don't work. Like that. But desire increases. He can't eat much. Many more times he wants to eat. The old age is very miserable stage of the body. But more misery is attained when one has only one child, like Tvaṣṭā had only one son, and that son is killed unjustly, that is much more disturbing and distressing than one is experiencing the pains of old age. The pain of poverty is very much, but over poverty, if somebody is a householder and don't have money, his misery cannot be stated. No words. In household life, you don't have Baram Banam Vyaghra Gajendra Sevitam Drumalayam Pakva Phalam Bhojanam. It is better to enter in the forest, jungle, and live with ferocious animals. Drink water using cup made of hands from the rivers. Ask the trees some fruits or leaves to eat. Sleep on the floor in open sky. Wear clothes from made of barks of banana tree. But nabandhu madhye dhanahina jivanam. But don't live in a family life without having sufficient money. Must have sufficient money. Because if you don't have sufficient money and you have a family life, you cannot supply nice clothes for your wife and children education. You cannot have festivals, invite friends and have party. Everybody criticizes you, puts you down, you feel humiliated everywhere. Therefore, there are no words what poor householder feels like that. Moreover, if somebody has only one son and he is killed cheatingly, illegally, unjustly, how much pain one feels is multiplied by misery of a householder. Doesn't matter how knowledgeable the father is, seeing the dead body of his only issue, child, only becomes so disturbed, wants to take revenge. A devotee, a real devotee, should not take any revenge for, doesn't matter what offenses are created against him. No revenge is applied. The word revenge don't apply to a real devotee. Cannot take revenge. But Tvaṣṭā wanted to take revenge. He became that miserable. And he wanted to seek remedy. So the killer of his son is killed. He became so lamentful, so miserable, so angry, that he could not see any directions, no other solution, wants to kill Indra. He thought first, before starting the remedy to kill Indra. Look what Indra is. Indra is aggressor because he first allured my son. He enticed him, he allured him and made him his own presiding priest, ritualistic guru, and made him perform a fire sacrifice to create an unpierceable armor. And he did it, and using which Indra won his kingdom, defeating all the demons. And later on, deceitfully he killed him. So therefore, in my estimation, Tvaṣṭā thought, Indra, the king of heaven, is aggressor. And the scriptures, Nyaya Shastra says, aggressor should be killed as soon as you see. Ātatājinam āyantam hanyād eva vichārana. Aggressor should be killed as soon as you see, without any consideration of law. Because na ātatāyi badhe doso, there is no sin occurring, killing an aggressor. So that is scriptural law in Satya Yuga. This is happening in Satya Yuga, beginning of the cycle of this 4 yugas. In modern day, we don't use this skill because we follow nation's law, state law. We don't break state law in any circumstance for any reason at any time. No one, male, female, devotee, non-devotee, should break the law of the state. Those days was Satya Yuga, so all the scriptural rules for killing was applied that time, because nobody did unjustly unless somebody was really a selfish, motivated fellow. Thinking this, Tvaṣṭā, knower of Narayana Kavacha, performed a fire sacrifice with the motive of killing Indra. Just see what kind of devotee, even devotee can go crazy. You have to be careful. That's why he is householder and we are sannyasis, we are supposed to forgive like that. The mantra he chanted were infallible. No, cannot be cannot be failed. So he performed Dakshinayatya Yajna, means resurrecting a ferocious person, entity from the fire sacrifice, who would kill, who would feel that enemy of him is Indra. That is called Dakshinayatya Yajna. And he ignited fire and chanted such mantra which cannot fail. Don't fail. Infallible mantra. But he made one mistake. He supposed to chant a short version, but he chanted the long version, thinking if I chant long mantra will create a more ferocious person from my fire sacrifice. So motive of him was to create entity from fire burning sacrifice who would feel and understand that King Indra, the king of heaven, is his enemy. But because it was a long mantra, pronunciation did not happen. That's why pronunciation of Sanskrit is very important. Otherwise you pray with English or Hindi, doesn't matter what language you speak to the Lord in that language. Lord knows all languages and every entity came from him. Don't need to speak the language you cannot pronounce right. Like that. So he chanted a mantra, long one, and happened to mean let the person appear, ferocious person, powerful person, appear from gigantic person, appear from my sacrifice. Whose enemy is Indra? Indra is his Indra's enemy. Indra's enemy. Opposite. He's supposed to feel he's his enemy, but he felt he's his enemy. Look, like that. So, mantras to be chanted very carefully. If you do not know how to chant mantras, please don't chant mantras. He made a mistake. Tvaṣṭā performed sacrifice with the intention that the killer of his son should be killed. The killer of his son should be felt by the person appearing from my fire sacrifice as enemy. But it happened opposite. So, mantras are completed, a ferocious, gigantic person appeared, having a trident in his hand from the fire sacrifice. His body was so big, huge body. And it appeared like he would create an inundation, he will destroy the whole world. He had his mustache and hairs, beard were all copper color. One who has copper color hairs, they are less appreciated in Vedic civilization. I think you call it red hair or whatever, copper color. By seeing him, everybody got scared and ran hither and thither, everywhere they ran away. His nature was very cruel nature. His eyes were red. His lips were quivering due to anger. Because of his cruelty nature, Tvaṣṭā gave him a name called Vritrāsura. Like that. He attacked, he was told by Tvaṣṭā, attack and kill the demigods. So he attacked, and the demigods saw ferocious person, they also attacked back with their weapons, and when they released weapons, he swallowed them all. Vritrāsura swallowed their demigods' weapons, and they have celestial weapons. So see, he was so ferocious. Seeing their weapons being swallowed by Vritrāsura and did not get hit with any weapon, the demigods were shocked. And they went to take shelter at the lotus feet of the Lord, Narayana. Being dejected, felt dejected, helpless, unhappy, frustrated, taking shelter at the lotus feet of Narayana happened to be real. One who has money cannot take real shelter, very difficult. Only Yudhishthira Maharaj, elder brother of Arjuna, happened. Parikshit Maharaj happened. Rantidev, Shivi, all these great people that they did. But it's very difficult in Kali Yuga because when one has lots of money, has certain amount of ego, don't want to care about anyone, feels everybody is just reject. So the demigods had that kind of opulence, but got dejected now because all their weapons are swallowed by and threw them out of the heaven. So they honestly took shelter at the lotus feet of the Lord. And the lotus feet of the Lord reward fearlessness to those who surrender unto Him. So, because the scriptures say, Mahābhaye paritranam anyato na bhavedyati harimeva pravadante sura saranamayuta. If somebody is going to face immeasurable fear, death will come. So nobody can help at that time in this world, so we take shelter at the lotus feet. We are going to face our death. Who will save us from the death? Only Lord. So we take shelter of Him. Everyone will die, rich, poor, young, old, everyone, male, female, have to die. were born empty-handed will die empty-handed. So therefore ego don't work. Just as demigods surrender in the lotus feet of the Lord, we must surrender in that way. Demigods surrendered wholeheartedly, sincerely at the lotus feet of the Lord. Similarly, we must do so. The demigods prayed to the Supreme Lord Narayana that he is the protector of his devotees, those who take shelter of him. He rewards fearlessness. Sukadeva Goswami says that when demigods started praying to Lord Krishna has 2 arms, but they called him Narayana, so he had to have 4 arms. Lord Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Ye yathamam prapaddante stam tathaiva bhajamyaham. Although the Supreme Lord is Krishna himself, they surrendered to Krishna but called him Narayana. That's why Lord had to take 4 arms for holding council disc, lotus, and a club in his hands. Therefore the scripture says, Yastu Vishnum Parityajya Mohadanyam Upasate Sa Hemarasim Utsrujya Pansurasim Jigrukhyati. Anyone at the time of difficulty worships or prays to the Supreme Lord is the best person. Anyone leaving the worship of the Supreme Lord, Vishnu, Krishna, Narayana aside and takes shelter of some demigod or demigoddesses, that person is called stupid, less intelligent, because he is compared to be a person who rejects the mount of gold and accepts the mount of sand. Like that. Supreme Lord became pleased with their sincere prayers, which is wanted, it's said. Lord hears everybody's real prayers. So he appeared with 4 arms, holding council disc, lotus and a club in his hand, and he brought his messengers, associates. They also had 4 arms and holding 4 kinds of weapons in their hands as Lord did. Had same kind of decoration. Is called Sarupya Mukti, same form as the Lord. So, the difference between Lord and this associates is, they saw the demigods, because Lord has Srivatsa mark, a special mark on his chest, and these associates did not have. Lord was wearing Kaustuva gem on his neck, and these associates did not have that. As soon as the demigods saw the Supreme Lord, they bowed down at his lotus feet, falling onto the ground. That is the procedure. To pay obeisances to Guru and Krishna, this is the only way to do that. And started praying, O Supreme Lord, you are all auspicious and you reward auspiciousness to your devotees. You are very merciful. You are the source of this universe. Everything has come from you. Your pastimes are very difficult to understand. They are very secretive. Just as in darkness a piece of rope is thought to be a snake, similarly, those who are ignorant, they think this world is real, this world is eternal, this world is for enjoying. But as soon as person gets a little light and sees there is not a snake, it is a rope, piece of rope, not a snake. Similarly, those who learn some philosophy and come to light of knowledge, they understand this world is just temporary and alluring, like that. One must make research who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead through scriptures. O God, You are all cognizant. You know everything. What can we tell you? O Supreme Lord Sri Krishna or Narayana, we have come here with one prayer, one plea at your lotus feet. That is, we are facing a Vritrasura demon, and he's so big he swallowed all of our weapons, and he's like devouring the whole creation. Please kill him. Your nature, the demigods are saying, your nature is to remove the miseries of your devotees, and we are your devotees. Please accept our humble obeisances again and again. Lord understood what these demigods want. Sri Sukadeva Goswami says, O King Parikshit, the Supreme Lord became happy by prayers of the demigods and said, O demigods, I'll take care of, remove all your prayers, fear. After seeing me, obtaining me, there is nothing remains to be obtained in life. After pleasing me, yasmin tushte sarvameva tushtam bhavati. By pleasing me alone, everybody becomes pleased. Yasmin vigyate sarvameva vigyatam bhavati. By knowing me, everything and everyone becomes known. So you have obtained me, don't worry, I'll take care of the situation. Those who do not know anyone besides me, they are called unalloyed devotees. Those who do not take shelter anywhere else besides me, they are called unalloyed devotees. Whoever's head don't bow down except to me and my pure devotee, he or she is called unalloyed devotee. Those who cannot see anyone, me and besides my pure devotee, they are called unalloyed devotee. So I love my unalloyed devotees. The Supreme Lord further said, go immediately, don't delay. Go immediately to Dadhichi Muni, a saint named Dadhichi. He was very austere Brahmana, living in a hut with his wife in the jungle. Very honest. His name was Dadhichi. So Lord directs the demigods to go there without delay, go immediately, because the Vritrasura is trying to swallow the whole world. That is not good. You go there and ask him his dead body. He is living, but you ask him his dead body. So you can use his bones and give it to Vishwakarma, the architect of heaven, to create a weapon out of it. Means Dadhichi Muni, the saint, as austere devotee, his bones to be used to make a weapon. And Lord is talking. He says, use that weapon to sever the head of Vritrasura. Go, you will be successful. You will obtain your kingdom without fail. Then Lord thinks, maybe these demigods is suspicious, thinking that maybe he will not give. What happens if he don't give his dead body? What happens then? So Lord says, he is so good, so honest devotee, when you ask for his dead body, will surely give it to you. He is interested in helping other devotees. Actually, a devotee's goal should be to help other devotees. And if you see the devotee is sincere, then you must help. That is your duty. Your goal should be like that. Par-dukkhe dukkhi, par-sukhe sukhi. Happiness of other devotees should be your happiness. Distress of other devotees should be equal to your own distress. You should do that. That will sure happen. Go there. The Lord directed. Because you are surrendered soul to me, He's telling the demigods. That's why I'm giving you concrete solution for to solve your problem. No one can give misery for a long time to my devotee. My devotee is immune to miseries. Due to misery, my devotee never gives up devotional service. That is my real devotee. My devotee never relinquishes devotional life. It doesn't matter what stage the devotee is, brahmachari, grihastha, vanaprastha, sannyas, or after taking sannyas becomes a grihastha, no problem, just never give up devotional life. Don't be artificial devotee, be real, honest devotee. Lead others to devotional life. See? Not only the devotee uses his body, mind and words, he uses all possessions in my service, the Lord is saying. Everyone is born empty-handed, will die empty-handed. Why you don't use everything what you possess now is not yours anyway, you did not bring it before your birth. Why you cannot use in the service of the Lord? Lord gave you everything. And you cannot take anything at death. So why don't use? What makes you not use? Why you are so attached? For what reason? You will leave everything here after death anyway. Tannimitte varam tyago vinase niyate sati. Niti Shastra says. That devotee honestly understand that he or she brought nothing at birth and cannot take anything at death. Therefore, tannimitte, for the pleasure of the Lord, everything should be given. Boom! Please take. As long as I am alive, I will enjoy. After that, you will take everything. Better you take. Somebody will misuse my property, my wealth. Drink wine and whiskey and womanize. If you don't know what else he will do, I will go to hell for helping him do that. Therefore, please take. I have a disciple. In Miami, Florida, he wrote down his will. As long as I am alive, I enjoy. After my death, he has 2 children. 1 daughter, 1 son. And they have children too. He got grandchildren. So I give them authority to have only $1 each. So they can not claim after his death. Oh, Swami misled him. So, the court decides for them. No, so I give only $1 each to my children. Everything else, what I possess in the bank or whatever I will gain or all interest comes or all my property, everything belongs to Krishna. If Swamiji is not in America, my property, everything owned to be given to Bhagavat, Dharma, Samaj. That is in writing, I have a copy. See? How intelligent. I never told him anything like that. He wants to give only $1 each to his children, so they cannot claim anything else besides that $1. Everything, including body, should be used in the service of the Supreme Lord. That is devotee. So Dadhichi Muni will surely give you his dead body immediately as soon as you ask. That is the instruction of the Supreme Lord. Thank you very much.